Hello, my name is Tam, and I want to talk to you today about something that affects far too many people, housing instability, and how I personally overcame homelessness while working a full-time job. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, homelessness includes not just living on the streets or in shelters. It is defined as lacking a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. That means if you're staying in a car, hopping between couches, or living in a hotel, you're considered homeless. And that was me. What made it harder was the fact that I held down a full time job. Every morning I clocked in, performed my duties, smiled, and showed up for my company. On the outside, I looked fine. But at the end of the day, I waited until about 7 p.m. when hotels dropped their rates on Pricelighting.com to find a bed at half off. There were times that I found a great deal for a weekly Airbnb, and I could gather my clothes from the storage unit to wash them and pack them for the next week's struggle. I've lived this reality three separate times in my life. The longest was 10 months. Right now, the average rent for a two-bedroom apartment in Louisiana is around $1,500 a month. So my $40,000 a year salary was not enough when over half of my monthly income was going to rent alone. This was before buying groceries, filling up the gas tank, or covering childcare. The truth is, wages are not keeping up the pace with housing costs. The nation's rental market is stretched thin. And when demand is high and supply is low, people get squeezed out. Even people who are doing everything right. I didn't end up in that situation because I was lazy or irresponsible. I ended up homeless because the system failed to account for people like me. And that's happening to thousands of people every day. I'm proud to say that I've come through to the other side, but I carry that experience with me and I speak on it because too many people are suffering in silence. Housing is not a privilege, it is a basic human right. Without housing stability, everything else falls apart: your health, your job, your peace of mind. So today, I urge you to look beyond assumptions, beyond those stereotypes, and toward real solutions: affordable housing, wages, and wraparound support to people who are on the edge. Because homelessness doesn't always look like what you would expect it to. Sometimes it looks just like me. Thank you.